good day, sir. Today, we are going to discuss to you the importance of grassland and the swamp. So, the first that I will going to discuss is the grassland. So, today, we are here in the area of the grassland. So, the importance of grassland in the ecosystem is as with many important things like oxygen, food, and help in balancing the life cycle and keeps help in regulating life in Earth. The second is maintain the crop of many domesticated and wild herbivores such as horse, mule, cow, pig, sheep, goat, and any kind of animals. And it also provides the feed base for grazing livestock. So as you can see, here is the grasslands, and these grasslands is where the consumer can get their food. And in the grasslands, there are major components that can help in our ecosystem. And that major components will be discussed by Mike Makilan.
So the two major of grasslands, we have the abiotic and the biotic. So the abiotic, these are non-living organisms, and biotic are living organisms. So abiotic factors, so it maintains the moisture content of grassland. It can help the climate to control the hot and cold temperature during summers and even in winter. So grassland, as you can see, this can the soil. Grassland can help the soil to be thick layer of the soil, and its storehouse of minerals where recycling occurs by distribute of the food chain. So and abiotic also produce herbs. And under biotic factors, we have the primary consumer, the secondary consumer, and the tertiary consumer. So this the food chain and the food web will be under this biotic factor, because as you can see, this grassland will be the producer, and the animals will be the primary consumer of this grass, and then and their waste will become fertilizer to the soil, and that fertilizer will help a new grass that will arise, and it will repeat the cycle with the help of the sun. That is a very important factor for the grass to grow.
So thank you, Mr. Makilan. And that is the explanation of the major components in the grasslands that can help in our ecosystem. And also there's a lot of questions about the grasslands, that it has a low net primary productivity, and that is correct. Grasslands has low net primary productivity because some of the area of the grassland, like desert, has only few plants can grow, and some of them has a low photosynthesis occur. And that's all the benefits of the grasslands that can help in our ecosystem. And don't you know that the swamp has its higher net primary productivity? And that would be discussed by Mr. Tabausares and his company.
So, thank you, Riley Octania, for the information of grassland. So, as we all know, we can see our background it is called a swamp. So, there's four characteristic of the wetland, which is marshes, swamp, bogs, and pins. So, but we will focus on the swamp. So, swamp have two components or two called, it is salt swamp and the swamp, which is ang swamp is makita nato sa mga river, and this basically is combination of salt swamp and a swamp in the river, because swamp in the river makita na nato is mga puno, but this area makita sa nato ang mga gatawag nato og mangrove. So this mangrove serve as so swamp usually in the freshwater like in the river, also swamp can also in the salt water, and which is mangrove trees can survive. So kaning gamay i-focus ko rin nila. So kani siya nga gamay, this is called mangrove. So In the area of swamp, it hosts a lot of multitude aquatic animals such as snake, alligator, bugs, large birds like and birds. So basically ang swamp pakita nato dira ang mga alligator, nakita nato sa alligator sa rivers, snake dira sa swamp. Swamp can be big or small, covers a tree. So this is the tree covers the swamp and can serve like a prop. So this swamp serve is a paper towel because this paper towel or these swamps help our biodiversity because it can soak up water with rain a lot. So kaning swamp makatabang na sa ato ang environment especially in the heavy flood. So sila ang mo suyop sa mga daghan nga tubig. So in other hand, swamp keeps our land from the heavy flooding as much as being wasted away completely. In the tree that surrounds, so these trees surrounded the swamps serve as or their job, their job is to there are cleaner there are serve as a cleaning. So sila tong mga kung kung sa tao pa na sila tong mga taglimpyo sa ecosystem natin and absorbing the chemical and pollution that wash the swamp. So many study that especially in the North America, they kanang ginaguba nila ang swamp because they want to build a mga buildings. But there is a Filipinos preserve and protect our swamp because they can help our environment to survive. So there's a trivia upon in the tanan sa swamp. So this swamp or this mango tree, you can see that mango tree. So a mango tree helps our ecosystem, not just our biodiversity. Imagine this swamp, the root of swamp or this small tree store soil 3 times more than the carbon per area than the others, which is tropical rainforest. So kaning gagmay, it is called a deeper dye. It is important our habitat. In other hand, this mango tree and deeper dye serve as highly efficient carbon stores and 5 elements in our forest. So that is the definition of swamp and the importance of swamp in our ecosystem, and not just in our ecosystem but our diversity, and we need to serve it in the fire generation. So let's go back to the question, why is it swamp has the highest NPV, and that will be discussed by Rex Montes.
Why swamp have the higher net primary productivity? As we all know, every living things contribute biomass, including these are of swamps. The sunlight is needed for the producer to comply them in a useful way that called a process of photosynthesis. The sunlight comes with our surface. Only 1% is used in photosynthesis, and the 99% of them mostly absorbed by the ground or it reflects back into space. The sunlight that captured by the producer, called as GPP or gross primary production. However, all productivity is converted into biomass, some of them used by the plants. And the processes like growth and cellular respiration, and the left is stored as tissue as biomass that can be transferred to animals that eat the plants. In other hand, some energy used for growth and respiration by taking the biomass from there, and the amount that transferred is called NPP or net primary productivity. So the question is, why is swamp is the highest NPP? And that's to be answered by Mr. Ariel.
Question is, why swamp is highest NPP than the grassland? It is because they have a fantastic mix of nutrients, where rivers flowing downhill need the salty water of the ocean. Like for example, of that, when the ducks swimming in the swamps are part of the complex food chain that is entirely fueled by the plants in the backgrounds of absorbing. So that's the reason why swamps has higher NPP than the grassland. And for the quick trivia, did you know that algae in the ocean produce around 70% of oxygen in atmosphere? So let's protect our ecosystem and serve it for the next generation.
So that was the importance of swamps and grasslands in our ecosystem. And according to Mr. Johan Rockstrom, the value of biodiversity is that it makes our ecosystems more resilient, which is a prerequisite for stable societies. Its wanton destruction is akin to setting fire to our lifeboat. So always remember to preserve and give value of God's creation. Thank you for watching.